What if the real reason you couldn't lose belly fat has nothing to do with how much you eat during the day, but everything to do with what you're putting in your mouth after the sun goes down? Right now there is a specific type of food sitting in your kitchen that is silently destroying your ability to burn fat. While you sleep, spiking your insulin at the worst possible time and programming your body to store abdominal fat instead of eliminating it. And the worst part, you've probably been told is healthy. This video reveals the hidden nighttime saboteur that's blocking your weight loss, slowing your metabolism to a crawl and keeping you trapped in a cycle of cravings, poor sleep and stubborn belly fat that refuses to budge no matter how clean you eat during the day. You'll discover exactly what this food is, why eating it at night turns your body into a fat storage machine, and a simple adjustment that can flip the switch and make your body burn fat non-stop while you rest. By the end of this video, you'll understand the precise timing and food combinations that unlock effortless slimming, why everything you've been told about healthy meal plans might be keeping you overweight, and how to lose weight fast by working with your body as natural nighttime fat-burning rhythm instead of fighting against it. If you're ready to finally eliminate abdominal fat and wake up lighter, sharper, and more energized, keep watching because what you're about to learn changes everything. Most people approach their evening meals with absolutely no understanding of how dramatically different their metabolism behaves after dark, compared to how it functions during daylight hours. Your body operates on deeply ingrained biological rhythms that have been refined over hundreds of thousands of years, and when you ignore these rhythms, by eating the wrong foods at night, you're essentially asking your system to perform tasks it was never designed to handle during those hours. The result is a metabolic disaster that makes fat burning nearly impossible and transforms even seemingly innocent foods into direct contributors to abdominal fat accumulation. This isn't about willpower or discipline. This is about biology, hormones, and the fundamental way your body processes fuel when the day transitions into night. When evening arrives and natural light begins to fade, your body initiates a cascade of hormonal changes specifically designed to prepare you for rest, repair, and regeneration. Insulin sensitivity drops significantly, meaning your cells become far less responsive to the signal that tells them to absorb glucose from your bloodstream. Cortisol patterns shift, melatonin production increases, and your digestive system begins to slow down in anticipation of sleep. In this state, your body is primed to tap into stored fat for energy, using the overnight hours as a critical fat-burning window that can dramatically accelerate weight loss if you allow it to happen. But the moment you introduce certain foods into this delicate nighttime environment, you throw a metabolic wrench into the entire process, halting fat burning instantly and redirecting your system toward fat storage instead. The specific food that causes this metabolic catastrophe is something most people consume without a second thought, often believing they're making a smart choice for their fitness goals or following healthy meal plans they found online. They eat it because it tastes good, because it's convenient, because they've been told it's part of a balanced diet, or simply because they've developed a habit around it. But what they don't realize is that this particular food triggers an insulin response so powerful at night that it completely overrides the body's natural inclination to burn fat during sleep. Instead of waking up lighter and more energized, they wake up bloated, sluggish, and wondering why their efforts to lose belly fat never seem to produce lasting results. Understanding why this happens requires a deeper look at how your metabolism shifts as the day progresses. During daylight hours, especially in the morning and early afternoon, your body is naturally more capable of handling carbohydrates and converting them into usable energy. Your insulin sensitivity is higher, your digestive fire is stronger, and your activity levels typically support the burning of glucose. This is why certain carbs consumed earlier in the day can actually support slimming and provide sustained energy without causing fat storage. But as evening approaches and you move closer to bedtime, this entire dynamic flips. Your body no longer wants to process large amounts of quick-digesting foods. It wants to enter a fasted state where it can focus on cellular repair, hormone regulation, and most importantly, tapping into stored abdominal fat for fuel. When you eat foods that spike blood sugar and insulin late at night, you completely derail this process. Your pancreas releases insulin to manage the glucose flooding your bloodstream. But because your cells are already less sensitive to insulin at this hour, much of that glucose has nowhere to go except into fat storage. Even worse, the presence of elevated insulin directly blocks the release of growth hormone, a critical fat-burning hormone that peaks during deep sleep. Without adequate growth hormone, your body can't effectively break down fat cells, rebuild muscle tissue, or perform the metabolic maintenance that keeps your metabolism running efficiently. You essentially waste an entire night of potential fat burning simply because you ate the wrong thing at the wrong time. The tragedy is that so many people are doing everything else right. They're following weight loss tips they read online, preparing healthy meal plans, showing up for fitness routines, and genuinely trying to lose weight healthily. But because nobody ever explained the critical importance of nighttime nutrition, they continue sabotaging themselves every single evening without realizing it. They blame their genetics, their age, their stress levels, or their metabolism, never understanding that the real problem is sitting on their dinner plate. This creates a frustrating cycle where effort doesn't translate into results. Motivation fades, and people eventually give up. convinced that sustainable weight loss just isn't possible for them. What makes this even more insidious is how deeply ingrained these nighttime eating patterns have become in modern culture. Families gather for large dinners, social events revolve around evening meals, and the idea of eating lightly at night feels almost unnatural in a world that celebrates late-night indulgence. But your body doesn't care about cultural norms or social convenience. It operates according to biological laws that existed long before processed foods, artificial lighting, and the modern lifestyle that keeps people eating heavy meals right up until bedtime. If you want to eliminate abdominal fat and experience genuine fat burning, you have to align your eating patterns with these biological laws, not fight against them. The good news is that once you understand which specific food is causing the problem and why it is so destructive at night, making the adjustment becomes surprisingly simple. You don't have to starve yourself, follow extreme lose-weight fast schemes, or give up enjoyable meals forever. You simply need to shift your eating window, choose different foods during evening hours, and give your body the metabolic space it needs to do what it does best during sleep: burn fat, regulate hormones, and rebuild itself from the inside out. This single change has the power to boost metabolism, improve sleep quality, reduce cravings, stabilize mental health resources by supporting better hormonal balance, and create a foundation for sustainable slimming that doesn't require constant restriction or willpower. The food you need to stop eating at night is anything that contains rapidly digestible carbohydrates, particularly refined starches, and sugars that flood your system with glucose at exactly the moment your body is trying to wind down and shift into repair mode. This includes bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, cereals, crackers, sweets, and even many foods marketed as healthy options like granola bars, fruit juices, and low-fat snacks that are secretly loaded with sugar. When consumed during evening hours, these foods create a metabolic environment that's completely incompatible with fat burning, forcing your body to spend the entire night managing blood sugar instead of accessing stored abdominal fat for energy. The impact on your ability to lose belly fat is immediate and dramatic. Yet most people continue eating these foods every single night without ever connecting the dots between their evening choices and their inability to slim down. What happens inside your body when you eat these high glycemic foods late at night is a hormonal cascade that effectively locks fat inside your cells and prevents any meaningful weight loss from occurring. First, your blood sugar spikes rapidly because these refined carbohydrates break down quickly during digestion, sending a surge of glucose into your bloodstream. Your pancreas responds by releasing insulin. But because it's nighttime and your cellular insulin sensitivity has already decreased, your muscles and liver can't efficiently absorb this glucose. Instead, insulin directs the excess sugar toward your fat cells, particularly those around your midsection where it's converted into triglycerides and stored as abdominal fat. This process doesn't just add new fat, it also prevents your body from breaking down existing fat stores, creating a double barrier to weight loss that keeps you stuck no matter how hard you try during the day. Beyond the immediate insulin spike, eating refined carbs at night also disrupts the delicate balance of hunger hormones that regulate your appetite and cravings. Ghrelin, the hormone that signals hunger, becomes dysregulated when you consume high-sugar foods before bed, often leading to increased hunger the following morning and a stronger desire for more quick-energy foods throughout the day. Leptin, the hormone responsible for signaling fullness and satiety, becomes less effective when insulin remains chronically elevated, meaning you feel less satisfied after meals and more prone to overeating. This hormonal chaos creates a vicious cycle where nighttime eating drives daytime cravings, which leads to poor food choices, which then reinforces the pattern of evening carbohydrate consumption. Breaking this cycle is essential if you want to lose weight fast and establish healthy meal plans that actually support your goals instead of undermining them. The impact on sleep quality is another critical factor that most people overlook when considering their nighttime nutrition choices. When your blood sugar spikes before bed, your body has to work overtime to bring those levels back down, often causing a blood sugar crash in the middle of the night that disrupts deep sleep and triggers stress hormone release. Cortisol rises to mobilize stored glucose and stabilize blood sugar, but elevated cortisol at night interferes with growth hormone production, melatonin synthesis, and the restorative sleep cycles your body needs for proper recovery. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you tired. It directly sabotages fat burning by altering the hormones that control metabolism, appetite, and energy expenditure. Studies consistently show that people who sleep poorly are far more likely to gain weight, struggle with cravings, and find it nearly impossible to eliminate abdominal fat regardless of their exercise or diet efforts during waking hours. Many people assume that as long as they stay within their daily calorie targets, it doesn't matter when they eat or what types of foods they choose. But this calorie-focused mindset completely ignores the hormonal and metabolic realities that determine whether your body burns fat or stores it. Two people can eat the exact same number of calories, but if one person consumes refined carbohydrates late at night while the other eats earlier in the day and chooses different foods for evening meals, their bodies will respond in completely opposite ways. The person eating carbs at night will experience insulin spikes, disrupted sleep, increased fat storage, and impaired fat burning, while the person who times their nutrition correctly will enjoy stable blood sugar, restorative sleep, enhanced growth hormone release, and continuous overnight fat burning. This is why timing and food quality matter just as much, if not more, than total calorie intake when it comes to sustainable slimming and long-term fitness success. The solution isn't complicated, but it does require a fundamental shift in how you approach evening nutrition. Healthy fats from sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil provide long-lasting energy without spiking insulin, allowing your body to remain in a fat-burning state throughout the night. Non-starchy vegetables like leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, and zucchini deliver essential nutrients and fiber that support digestion and gut health without interfering with the metabolic processes that help you lose weight healthily. When you structure your evening meals around these nutrient-dense, low-glycemic foods, you create the ideal internal environment for overnight fat burning. Your insulin levels remain low and stable, allowing your body to access stored abdominal fat for fuel instead of relying on dietary glucose. Growth hormone production increases during deep sleep, accelerating fat breakdown and supporting muscle recovery that enhances your body composition. Cortisol patterns normalize, reducing stress-related fat storage and improving mental health resources by supporting better mood regulation and emotional balance. Your hunger hormones recalibrate, making it easier to control portions and resist cravings the following day. All of these benefits compound over time, creating a positive feedback loop where better nighttime nutrition leads to better sleep, which leads to better hormonal balance, which leads to more effective weight loss and sustainable slimming that doesn't require extreme restriction or constant struggle. The key is consistency and understanding that this isn't about perfection. It's about pattern recognition and making strategic choices that align with your biology. You don't have to eliminate carbohydrates entirely or never enjoy your favorite foods again. You simply need to consume those foods earlier in the day when your body is better equipped to handle them and save your evening hours for meals that support rest, recovery, and fat burning instead of disrupting these critical processes. One of the most powerful shifts that happens when you stop eating refined carbohydrates at night is the restoration of your body's natural circadian rhythm, which governs everything from hormone production to cellular repair to the efficiency of your metabolism. For thousands of years, human beings ate in alignment with daylight, consuming most of their food during active hours and allowing their digestive systems to rest during darkness. This pattern supported optimal fat burning, deep restorative sleep, and hormonal balance that kept people naturally lean without the need for complex weight loss tips or restrictive diets. But modern life has completely disrupted this rhythm, flooding our bodies with food and artificial light long after sunset, confusing our internal clocks and creating metabolic dysfunction that makes it nearly impossible to lose belly fat or maintain a healthy weight without tremendous effort. When you realign your eating patterns with your circadian biology by avoiding high-carb foods at night, your body begins to remember how it's supposed to function. Your digestive system gets the rest it desperately needs, allowing energy to be redirected towards cellular cleanup, tissue repair, and metabolic optimization instead of constantly working to process incoming food. Your liver, which plays a crucial role in fat metabolism and detoxification, can finally focus on breaking down stored triglycerides and clearing metabolic waste instead of managing blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas experiences relief from the constant demand to produce insulin, reducing inflammation and lowering your risk of developing insulin resistance, which is one of the primary drivers of stubborn abdominal fat and weight gain. These internal improvements might not be visible immediately, but they create the foundation for sustainable slimming that continues to build momentum over weeks and months. Another profound benefit of eliminating nighttime carbs is the improvement in mental clarity and emotional stability that comes from balanced blood sugar and optimized sleep. When your glucose levels remain stable throughout the night, your brain receives consistent fuel without the crashes that trigger anxiety, irritability, and brain fog. You wake up feeling genuinely rested instead of groggy and dependent on caffeine to function. Your mood becomes more balanced throughout the day because your stress hormones are constantly spiking to manage blood sugar emergencies. This mental and emotional stability is a critical component of long-term weight loss success because it strengthens your ability to make intentional food choices, resist emotional eating, and maintain consistency with healthy meal plans even when life becomes stressful or challenging. Many people do want to realize how much their nighttime eating habits are affecting their mental health resources and cognitive performance, until they experience the dramatic improvement that comes from changing those patterns. The transformation extends beyond just physical changes and mental clarity. When you stop sabotaging your metabolism with late-night carbohydrates, you begin to develop a completely different relationship with food, one based on nourishment and timing rather than restriction and guilt. You learn to tune into your body's natural hunger signals instead of eating out of habit, boredom, or social pressure. You discover that you can feel completely satisfied with meals that don't include large portions of bread, pasta, or dessert, especially during evening hours when your body doesn't actually need or want those foods. This shift in awareness allows you to approach fitness and nutrition from a place of empowerment rather than deprivation. making it far easier to lose weight healthily and maintain your results for the long term without feeling like you're constantly fighting against your own biology. Practical implementation of this strategy doesn't require perfection or rigid rules that make life miserable. Start by simply paying attention to what you're eating after 6 or 7 in the evening and notice how often refined carbohydrates show up on your plate during those hours. Begin experimenting with dinner combinations that emphasize protein and vegetables, saving your carbohydrate intake for breakfast and lunch when your body can actually use that fuel efficiently. If you feel hungry before bed, choose options like a small handful of nuts, a piece of cheese, some sliced vegetables with guacamole, or a protein-rich snack that won't spike insulin and disrupt your overnight fat burning. These small adjustments might feel strange at first if you're accustomed to ending every day with bread, sweets, or starchy sides, but within just a few days, most people notice significant improvements in how they feel, how they sleep, and how their clothes fit. As your body adapts to this new pattern, the benefits compound exponentially. Your metabolism begins to function more efficiently because it's no longer constantly overwhelmed by late-night glucose surges. Your energy levels stabilize throughout the day because your sleep quality improves and your hormones rebalance. Your cravings diminish dramatically because you're no longer riding the blood sugar roller coaster that drives constant hunger and the desire for quick energy foods. You start to eliminate abdominal fat at a steady, sustainable pace that doesn't require extreme calorie restriction or hours of intense exercise. Instead, you're simply working with your body's natural rhythms, allowing it to do what it was always designed to do: burn fat efficiently, regulate appetite naturally, and maintain a healthy weight without constant intervention. The beauty of this approach is that it does unconflict with other healthy habits you might already have in place. You can still enjoy social dinners, celebrate special occasions, and eat foods you loved. You simply become more strategic about when you eat them and more mindful about how different foods affect your body at different times of day. You might choose to enjoy a pasta dish at lunch instead of dinner, or save your favorite dessert for an afternoon treat rather than a bedtime snack. These small timing adjustments allow you to boost metabolism, support fat burning, and achieve your weight loss goals without feeling deprived or isolated from normal social experiences that involve food. For anyone who has struggled with stubborn belly fat despite trying countless diets, workout programs, and weight loss tips that promised quick results but delivered only temporary changes, this shift in nighttime nutrition represents a genuine breakthrough. It's not a gimmick, a trend, or a temporary fix. It's a fundamental realignment with human biology that supports sustainable slimming, protects your mental and physical health, and creates lasting changes that continue to benefit you for years to come. The moment you stop eating refined carbohydrates at night, you stop fighting against your own metabolism and start working with it instead. And when that happens, losing weight fast becomes not just possible, but almost inevitable because you've finally removed the single biggest obstacle standing between you and the body you deserve. Your journey toward effective fat burning, improved fitness, and genuine well-being doesn't require more willpower or stricter rules. It simply requires the wisdom to eat in harmony with the way your body actually functions, especially during those critical nighttime hours when everything you've been doing wrong can finally be made right. There's a natural solution to speed up your metabolism, control cravings, and support your weight loss journey naturally and effectively. Click the link in the first pinned comment to start transforming your body. If you want to truly transform your body and learn how to lose belly fat healthily, don't stop here. In the next video, I'll share practical strategies and little-known secrets to boost your metabolism and keep the weight off for good. Click now and discover how to take your weight loss to the next level.